It began with silence, not the peaceful kind, but a silence that made even the wind hesitate. The birds had stopped singing. The monkeys that usually leaped from tree to tree froze, staring in one direction, the river. By noon, the water that once flowed clear and cool had turned a deep, unnatural red. No one saw it change. No storm. No fallen leaves. Just read. It wasn't the river that was strange though. It was the animals. They didn't flee. They gathered. Deer elephants, jackals, panthers, even snakes emerged from their hiding places and stood at the river's edge. Together, not one hissed. Not one roared. It was as if they had all been called, a silent summoning none of us could hear, hidden behind the thick ferns. I watched, heart pounding. I've lived near this jungle for years. I've heard stories of spirits in the water, of ancient animal councils, but never believed them. Until now, a baby elephant stepped forward and dipped its trunk in the crimson flow. It didn't panic. It didn't cry. Instead, it raised its trunk and let out a long, low call, not of fear but of remembrance. One by one, the animals followed, each touching the red water, each looking up to the sky afterward, like they were honoring something forgotten. That's when I saw her, an old tigress, her fur gray at the edges, stepped into the river. Not to drink, not to cross, just to stand. The others moved aside for her, even the elephants. She stood still, eyes closed, chest rising slowly, then let out a sound unlike any roar. It was a mournful call, a memory turned into sound, a cry for something lost long ago. She cried out again, louder this time. And as she did, the river began to glow, not with firelight or moonlight, but with a light of its own, born from the depths, pushing up through the water, turning the red into gold. The light spun upward, carrying her cry to the sky. Then it hit me. It wasn't just a river anymore, it was a place of remembrance. Long ago, according to the elders, the river was a sacred line, a place where animals once gathered during bloodshed, not to fight, but to mourn those lost. Maybe it remembered. Maybe they all did. Maybe we're the only ones who forgot. The sun dipped lower, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, matching the fiery glow of the river. The animals stayed, their silhouettes dark against the vibrant water. Each one a mourner, each one a witness. I stood there, mesmerized, tears welling up in my eyes. I couldn't understand their language, yet I felt the weight of their grief. It echoed in the rustle of leaves, in the murmur of the flowing water, and in the ancient mournful call of the tigress. For what felt like hours, we stood like that, connected by an invisible thread of shared sorrow. And then, as suddenly as it began, it ended. The light faded, the glow receded, and the river returned to its normal flow, clear and cool, hiding whatever secrets lay within its depths. The animals melted back into the jungle, disappearing into the undergrowth without a sound. The silence returned, heavier now, filled with unspoken grief and a profound sense of loss. As darkness fell, I walked home, my mind filled with questions. Why had the river turned red? Why had the animals gathered? And why had the tigress called out to the heavens? In the quiet of my hut, surrounded by the familiar sounds of the jungle, I tried to piece together what I had seen. The elders had spoken of the river as a place of remembrance, a spot where animals came to pay tribute to those who had died. But why now? And why had it been so sudden? The next morning, I returned to the river. The sight that greeted me was both ordinary and extraordinary. It was the same river I had known for years, flowing through the jungle, carrying life-giving water to the parched earth. Yet I couldn't help but see it as more than just a river. It was a silent sentinel, a guardian of memories, a keeper of stories. As I stood there, I realized that the river had shown me something profound. It had reminded me that grief, remembrance, and loss are universal, binding us all, human and animal alike. In that moment, I felt a deep sense of connection to the creatures that shared this planet with me, their joys, their sorrows, their hopes and dreams. The days that followed were filled with a new awareness. Everywhere I went, I saw signs of life, of struggle, of survival, and of hope. The calls of birds took on new meaning. The tracks in the mud told stories of journeys, and the rustle of leaves whispered secrets of the wind. The river became my sanctuary, my place of solace and reflection. I would sit on its banks for hours, watching the water flow, letting the gentle rhythm of the current wash over me. In the quiet of those moments, I found a sense of peace, a feeling of being connected to something greater than myself. The experience left an indelible mark on my soul. It was a reminder of the fragility of life, the interconnectedness of all living beings, and the importance of preserving the natural world in all its beauty and wonder. From that day forward, I became an ardent protector of the jungle. I worked tirelessly to raise awareness about the importance of conservation, sharing the stories and wisdom of the indigenous people and the animals who called this place home. Years passed, seasons changed, but my bond with the river and the jungle grew stronger with each passing day. The memories of the Red River and the mournful call of the tigress became a guiding light in my life, a constant source of inspiration and strength. Through it all, I never forgot the lessons I had learned by the river. I carried them with me, weaving them into the fabric of my life. And whenever I felt lost or in need of guidance, I knew that all I had to do was close my eyes, listen to the whisper of the wind, and follow the path that my heart led me. Now, as I sit here sharing these stories with you, I am filled with a sense of purpose. I feel the spirit of the river coursing through me, urging me to keep the stories alive, to be a voice for the voiceless, and to honor the wisdom of the ancients. So if you, too, feel called to this sacred duty, join me on this journey. Let us walk together along the path of remembrance, guided by the wisdom of the jungle and the timeless tales it holds. Together, we can keep the stories alive, ensuring that the spirit of the river flows through generations to come. Many years ago, I stumbled upon a hidden gem nestled in the heart of the dense jungle. It was an ancient cave adorned with breathtaking cave paintings that depicted scenes from the daily life of early humans. Among these captivating images were some that stood out from the rest, showing humans hunting and fighting with dinosaurs. At first glance, these paintings might seem like mere figments of the artist's imagination, or perhaps a misinterpretation of more familiar animals. However, I couldn't shake off the feeling that there was something more to these mysterious illustrations. Driven by curiosity, I decided to dig deeper into the history of these cave paintings. After poring over ancient texts, consulting with historians, and exploring various theories, I discovered fascinating evidence that suggested our ancestors may have indeed lived alongside dinosaurs. Imagine standing in awe before these magnificent creatures as they roamed the earth millions of years ago. The idea seemed almost fantastical, yet the cave paintings hinted at a reality beyond our conventional understanding of history. But our investigation didn't end there. We continued our journey through the intricate corridors of the cave, uncovering even more intriguing paintings. These new discoveries showed humans forming alliances with dinosaurs, riding on the backs of these majestic creatures as they ventured across vast landscapes. These images painted a picture of a world where humans and dinosaurs coexisted, challenging the long-held belief that they were separated by millions of years. And as we delved deeper into the mysteries of the cave, we uncovered a final revelation that left us stunned. The last set of paintings depicted humans performing rituals and ceremonies in the presence of dinosaurs, suggesting a deep connection and understanding between the two species. These rituals seemed to celebrate the birth, growth, and abundance of life, indicating a harmonious relationship that defied the boundaries of species. With these incredible findings, the question arises: why has this evidence been hidden from us? It seems as though there has been a deliberate attempt to erase these historical records, leaving us with fragmented knowledge about our past. Perhaps those who hold the power want to maintain a specific narrative, one that fits their agenda and leaves out the extraordinary connection between humans and dinosaurs. However, as we continue to uncover these hidden truths, it is essential that we keep them alive, share them with the world, and honor the wisdom they hold. These stories connect us to our ancestors and the magnificent creatures that once roamed the earth. If you feel inspired by this journey, I invite you to join our mission. Subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more captivating tales that challenge the boundaries of history and reveal the wonders that await those who dare to explore the unknown. Together, we can uncover the secrets of our past and pave the way for a future where knowledge and understanding guide our path.